Today, we delve into a historic and controversial decision that could reshape the future of American education. President Donald Trump has ordered a plan to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education, a move that is sending shockwaves through political and academic circles alike. Is this the end of federal oversight in education, or is it just the beginning of a fierce political battle? Stay with us as we unravel the impact, the controversy, and what this means for students, teachers, and the country. Before we continue, please, reminder to subscribe, like, share and drop your comments. For decades, conservatives have advocated for closing the U.S. Education Department, arguing that education should be controlled at the state and local levels, free from federal intervention. Trump has now taken a decisive step toward making that vision a reality, signing an executive order that calls for dismantling the department while retaining only its core necessities. Despite the dramatic nature of this decision, the White House has confirmed that the department will continue managing essential functions such as title funding for low-income schools, Pell Grants for college students, programs for children with disabilities, federal student loans. Still, many question how these functions will be managed without the infrastructure of a full federal agency. Trump's decision has been met with both praise and outrage. Supporters argue that the move will return power to states, allowing for more flexibility and less bureaucracy in education. Critics, however, warn that eliminating federal oversight will disproportionately harm vulnerable students and lead to greater disparities in education quality across states. Republicans and conservative education activists have hailed the decision as a victory for local control. Tiffany Justice, co-founder of Moms for Liberty, celebrated the move, saying, "No more bloated bureaucracy dictating what kids learn. This is about giving power back to parents and communities." Republican lawmakers have expressed their intent to introduce a bill to fully dissolve the department, reinforcing Trump's vision of reducing federal influence in schools. Strong opposition from Democrats and advocates. Opponents argue that dismantling the department will have devastating consequences, especially for low-income students, students of color, and those with disabilities. Representative Bobby Scott, the top Democrat on the House Committee on Education and the Workforce, called the move dangerous and illegal, warning that it could erode decades of progress in civil rights protections for students. NAACP President Derek Johnson described the order as a dark day for millions of American children, particularly those in rural and underserved communities. Senator Patty Murray accused Trump of hypocrisy, arguing that he is not returning education to the states but rather attempting to exert more control over what schools can and cannot teach. The decision to dismantle the Department of Education is not just about policy, it's about power. The department plays a key role in distributing billions of dollars to schools, enforcing civil rights laws, and overseeing student loan programs. If Congress supports Trump's plan, the responsibility for these functions would be fragmented across various state agencies or other federal departments, raising questions about efficiency and accountability. Additionally, experts warn that low-income and minority students could suffer the most, as federal oversight currently ensures equal access to education and funding. Colleges and universities, which rely heavily on federal financial aid, may face uncertainty about how student loans and grants will be administered. States with weaker education funding may struggle to compensate for the loss of federal dollars, potentially widening the education gap across the country. While Trump's executive order is a bold statement, the complete dismantling of the Education Department would require congressional approval. Even some Republican lawmakers have expressed skepticism about whether such a move is politically feasible. In 2023, an amendment to close the agency failed in the House when 60 Republicans joined Democrats in opposing it. If Trump succeeds, the education landscape in America could be permanently transformed, shifting the balance of power from Washington to individual states. But if the courts or Congress block his plan, this could become yet another flashpoint in the ongoing battle over federal versus state control. The dismantling of the Education Department is one of the most consequential education policies in modern U.S. history. Will it lead to a renaissance of local control and innovation, or will it widen the gap between wealthy and struggling school districts? As the debate rages on, we want to hear from you. Do you believe education should be left to the states, or does the federal government play a vital role in ensuring equal opportunities for all students? Stay tuned to Trending News Plus for the latest updates on this developing story. Subscribe, like, share and drop your comments.